Let the recording kick in. Okay. Chelsea, Bethany, can you hear us okay?
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, you're set.
All right, I'll call the meeting to order at 5:45 p.m., November 6th.
All right, roll call. Chair Martin Gilmore.
Here?
Vice Chair Kyle Conrad. Here. Catalina Johnson.
Here.
Erica Kriesel. Here. And Stacy Potash.
Here.
We have City Council Liaison Chelsea Newnenkamp.
Present.
And staff, we have Director Christina Underhill, Library Cultural Arts Manager Bethany Lafferty, and Event Supervisor Tony Arnoldy. And excused, we have Leah Moran, Shane Smith, and Angelica Diorio. Right.
Cool. All right, we'll move on to the approval of the minutes from last meeting.
I can approve the minutes.
I can second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right. No public comment tonight. Moving on to new business. This is something, the portals at Oxford and Dartmouth. This is something that the city manager brought to us a while back of kind of like rethinking the portals or the entryway from Santa Fe onto Dartmouth and onto Oxford. That those underpasses are kind of ugly, and maybe there's an opportunity for bringing some kind of public art to those spaces or doing something with those spaces to make them look better than they look. They're kind of unusual spots, like unusual spaces. The one at Dartmouth basically has, on the north side is like a kind of an unusual spot underneath the bridge. And then there's a really long kind of textured wall that goes like more than a block back, it seems like. And then there's kind of a place up there where we can maybe do a mural. There's a lot of I see like a lot of possible hassles with all of that, with the railroad and everything. But it's something that I thought we could maybe put on and think about for 2025 and see if we can get rolling with that. I met with David Griggs, is that from DDA? Is his name David?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I met with him and he proposed some ideas for like some kind of sculptural relief, which is like a sculpture that would be against the wall that kind of comes out. So if you think of like the things at DIA in the train, like those kinds of things. Murals, I mean, the murals would be fine. The issue with murals is that's kind of a harsh environment, and like when murals start to wear out, they kind of maybe look worse than not having anything.
And it's grooved.
And and the long wall is grooved and textured, so it might be a real undertaking to put a mural there. And there's like a few little compartmentalized spaces. I'll get some good pictures to bring in. But basically, I wanted to bring that up so that you all could go and look at those places and kind of ponder some ideas. If you know some artists who maybe would have some suggestions to chat to. Things that we would look about, like the process for figuring all that stuff out for the future, how much money we want to spend on it, because we could spend not a lot of money and it might not last very long and it might not look that good, or maybe there's a way we could put together some funds to do something there. I'm not sure. I guess Chelsea maybe knows what the motivation of the city is on those things, but that was something that was brought up to us.
And the potential possibility of how we do the call might look very different than how we've done calls previously.
Yeah, he said that like for a big project, if you're doing a big project, that you kind of would do like a tiered call where like the first one would be kind of what we've done in the past for murals. And then you would choose like a couple of the concepts or 3 of the concepts that we liked and then pay those artists to develop those concepts into something more significant. And then that would be maybe a way that we could get additional funding, that people are more likely to invest in those kind of things if they can see what a result might be. Those are conversations for in the future, but that's kind of something that I wanted to kind of put on everybody's radar tonight.
And also to get potential ideas for those walls, because again, an artist may see different opportunities how to address that wall beyond a mural. for how to beautify it, so.
Yeah, any thoughts or? The one at Oxford already has kind of like art in the concrete. It has like the horse race track and all that, but the one at Dartmouth has nothing. It just isn't that good looking, so. Yeah. That's all. Okay.
Like a placemaking kind of thing?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
I think that's, yeah, making kind of portals to the city, gateways to the city, and kind of dressing those up. I mean, I think the dream would be to be able to paint like "Welcome to Englewood" across that bridge, but that's the railroad tracks, and I'm guessing that's going to be difficult. I don't know, haven't asked it.
Yeah, I'm also hesitant on the maintenance potential for a mural with the train and the interstate, like, just maintenance-wise down the road, what that might look like, if the train even approved it.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think that those are things to kind of think about. I just thought before we start talking about it in 2025, that folks could go over and like take a look at what you see and what you might think, so. Yeah.
I was just thinking about on Santa Fe, I don't know exactly where it is, but on the track, there's that metal, it's like I don't know how far down south it is, but it's like a sun.
Oh, yeah,
Is that?
that's the
technically-
sculptural relief, yeah.
Okay, is that technically though in Littleton, or is it?
It was installed right after the RTD
Okay.
was installed, and the commission, Cultural Arts Commission chose that.
So that was.
That
in
was
Englewood.
us.
It was,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. I mean, that style is very interesting. It's not like aging super well, maybe. It's,
Yeah, okay. I'll
But
go get a
it's
better-
unique and
Yeah,
cool.
we'll get a better look at it.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a way we can follow that kind of theme. Yeah.
Do we know, I guess from you all as a city, have we worked with the train in the past to put things on a bridge? Or I just think of our whole thing with Hamden, so I don't want to get into too much of a spiral, but I was curious if that's ever been done or if we've done anything like that. I don't-
I'm not aware.
Okay, I don't think so, but I thought I'd double check just to make sure.
It can be difficult, it's like CDOT,
Yeah,
yeah, but, I mean, nothing's impossible, just takes longer.
okay.
I'll pull up the history on the artwork on the bridge and find out if RTD was the one who came to the city
Okay.
and asked,
Yeah.
for them to come up with art. So,
I've had good relationship too with the community engagement department there now,
And where RTD,
to see if that's something that I sometimes approach things with them like, you don't have to do anything, just tell me I can.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
are like, sure, or I'll be like, you don't have to, I'll do it if you'll pay for it. And they'll be like, okay.
yeah.
It's interesting to me because like, I'm sure there's gonna be all sorts of like different permissions on that. So like the side that faces Santa Fe is the freight tracks. I would guess that's different than RTD and, anyway.
That's
But the
Western Union.
East side.
Western Union, yeah, I see all sorts of like challenges with this, but, I think it's worth giving it a shot, so, yeah.
Go tag it.
Hey, no,
Yeah.
Don't put that
Yeah, cool. Any other thoughts about that? We'll bring that back in January.
Oh, and think about priority location.
Oh, yeah.
I think Dartmouth could use probably the most love, but Oxford, if there's a location you all think needs more attention, it would be good to address that too.
Cool. That's it. On to old business, signal wrap and crosswalk program.
Yeah, so thank you for all that made it to the reception at Wendell. We had a nice turnout from the commission, an okay turnout from the artists. But we did receive a nice thank you note from one of the artists and have heard great things, saying it was a nice event and people greatly appreciated it. So something to keep in mind for the future when we do more art. We do have a new call for artists out. It's for the crosswalks and it will close on November 15th. Artists will receive a $500 stipend if selected. So either December or January, you'll be reviewing these. We may send them out to you prior to get the ranking at least done. After Public Works has reviewed. So that is in the works right now.
Great.
And the thank you note, I'll scan it and email it to you guys. It's from the artist that did Mulberries. It was a nice
Marla?
thank you note to the
Marla?
commission.
Marla's her name, right? Or no?
Michelle Mullen.
Well, Michelle, okay.
Great. Anything else on that?
I just gonna say that my favorite one, which was the wrap with a lady and a man walking through like kind of very urban art, is next to my home, and I'm so happy. I just kind of like was biking, and I'm like, I got the best one.
I was walking by and the guy was putting it up, but he's not the artist, he's just like just doing it still. So, yeah, they look
Where is it? It's actually next to Oxford portal.
Okay.
It's by the RTD, the Oxford RTD.
It's been so fun to drive down Broadway. 'Cause there's a bunch that were done on Broadway and then on Logan. So on my whole route to work, I'm like, oh, another one. I keep spotting them. It's so cool.
Uh-huh.
No, and I don't know if, like the artists, if they had talked to you, they're really impressed about, all of the art and everything that the city's putting in place. So several of them complimented the city on that. So it was really neat to hear that.
Good. Great. Media and art update.
So progress is being made. Things are
Yay.
finally moving along. So Rainbow Point, I think maybe it was Leah had asked me to bring a picture of Rainbow Point. So I'll leave that in the email, trying to remember what that looked like. That one is going in at Hampton and Bannock. We do have, Public Works referred a consulting firm, engineering firm, and they did agree to do a stamp of approval for her. So once we have that, we can submit it to CDOT and hopefully get their approval on that. Lunar Hampton, they also got their stamp of approval, and Public Works went out on the median yesterday to take measurements, and they are doing a CAD drawing for us that we can include in the application. And they said they would follow up with me tomorrow and that. So we've got the narrative ready to go to submit to CDOT as soon as we have those documents.
Awesome.
So,
And we have a person to submit them to at CDOT.
Yes.
yeah.
Great.
And so the artwork that got installed in the amphitheater, the artist did come back out, inspected it, just said everything looks good with it, so didn't see any concerns or anything like that, so.
Great.
Yeah, I'll bet you can't pin me down.
Cool. Any other comments or hallelujah?
I know.
Seriously. 3 years later.
Okay, upcoming events, the holiday tree lighting.
So I'm really excited about this event coming up in December because it's very much evolving. So for the market, it's going to be great. It's going to be on the second floor in the community room, Hampden Hall, and in the atrium area. 110 110 spots, vendor spots, and I think at last check, 81 of them are already taken. So that's exciting. A month out, we only have a couple of spots left. But that's going to be from 9 to 4 that day. And it's going to be great. We'll have over 100 vendors, obviously. And then from 2 to 6 is going to be the tree lighting. And that is going to be really fun. It is going to have some ice sculptures. And then there's going to be an ice sculpting demo, which thanks to you guys and some of your funding is going to help with that. So we'll have visits with Santa and the Guild, and we'll have a coffee truck and carolers from One Good Turn, and the high school band and choir are going to sing, and we'll have a DJ. And then the tree will be lit at 5:30. It's a new tree, so that will be fun to see. And yeah, it's just going to be a great event, and I'm super excited, and I hope that you can all make it. And Los Fantasmas is going to have their door open and hopefully have a little art thing area, and I'm hoping Historic Society will have their space in the Spark available. If not, maybe on the second floor while everyone's shopping. And then obviously the Guild's going to have Santa and have their stuff, and so it's going to be a ton of fun, and it's going to be a great day of cool things to do. So hoping for, it's funny because with the ice sculptures, of course, his weather wants and my weather wants are very different. So we'll see who wins that battle with Mother Nature. And because he's like 35 and flurries, and I'm like, no, that would not be good. But so anyway, yeah, bring the families, bring your kids, bring everyone, and come and check it out. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a really great end of the season and end of the year event for us, and to reactivate the city center is really exciting for me, and just tons of holidays cheer. And then the other thing that we have that's not on the list is the Turkey Fest, that we're going to be able to hand out 100 turkey dinners to those in need. So the flyers and stuff are up on that. So if you guys know anyone that's needing help with supplying a turkey dinner for their family, reach out to me or go on the website. But thank you guys again for all of your support and making great events even better with all of your financial and support.
Thanks. Sounds like fun. On to staff's choice, the library strategic plan. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, so the library is doing a strategic plan, and the process is underway right now. I meant to have Debbie, I meant to give you some of the promotional materials to pass out to the members that are present today, but I forgot to bring those up. But we do have a website that is live now for a brief online survey, and then we're going to be doing some focus groups and other interviews. So some of the interviews that we're going to do will be with other employees within the city and specific people that the library works with on a regular basis, and that may include somebody from the Cultural Arts Commission. None of those interviews have been scheduled yet. We're just kind of putting together the list. But I would love to have all of you visit the library's website. In the About Us section, there's a link to the strategic plan. And then it has a project website that has the survey. You can also stop it down in the library at any time for a little bookmark that has the website as well as a QR code. And then the other thing, if you get the library's monthly newsletter via email, there's information in that went out last Friday. And the new winter guide that just came out, that has a little ad in it as well about the strategic plan online survey information. So please take a look and provide your feedback. It would be great. Not just in your role as CAC members, but as residents as well. Thanks.
Thanks. Great. I found it. Cool. Any other questions or comments? Commissioner's choice, anything?
I have one thing.
Okay.
Seesaw Gallery in Inglewood is having a gallery night this Friday at around, I think, 7 p.m. Should double check that. It would be really nice if any of you could attend or support. With that being said, Haley reached out and she's trying to get a coalition of galleries. We actually have more, I don't know if any of you saw the article, but we have more galleries moving from Santa Fe Art District into Inglewood. In fact, one of them's moving above Mutiny Cafe. But I really want us to start thinking about, in the next season, how we can support these businesses. I'm just a little bit worried. Fancy Tiger already closed. Another one across the street, I think Kitschy Witch, whatever it was called, it also closed. So just thinking about maybe from a cultural arts commission standpoint, ways that we could maybe support, maybe meet and greets at the gallery nights again, like trying to get other artists out. I don't know, just kind of brainstorming on that. But even providing her, like some of us showing up this Friday, I think would be great support for that business and continuing to support the community that's moving our way. So we want to keep them here and make sure they get business in Inglewood, which has been a little bit hard, I think. So.
I have coffee with her tomorrow.
Ooh, yay.
From your introduction.
Excellent, and she kind of feels like she's taking on gallery liaison for Inglewood. She's very connected to all the galleries, and so it'd be awesome for her to connect with you of how to get in your events and make it thrive. Yeah, cool.
It's a cool spot.
Okay, awesome.
Great, thanks. I'll stop by. Anything else? All right. Wow, we can adjourn at 6:06.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Did the Parks Phone pass?